Do you guys love this time of year or dread this time of year? Be honest. Connor, how can I start looks maxing like you?
It's a great question.
Drake, Brady, Cook, May. Oh, good God. No, 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 no. Do you guys love this time of year or dread this time of year? Be honest.
Ooh, very great question.
It is a great question.
You don't because you're about to get snowed in for the third time in 4 weeks.
I hate travel inconveniences, obviously, like every human does. I do love this time of year. It's typically the classic for me. Yours a little different than mine, Trev, but it's 3 big trips in 5 weeks, sometimes 4, because the last couple of years I've also gone to spring training for the Mets in the middle of it. This year I didn't because it is tough to find the sweet spot. But it's Senior Bowl, Super Bowl, home for a little bit, combine, or sometimes spring training, combine. I like the combine the best by a large margin. I will say that. It is everybody that works in our industry is there. It's a great chance for us to see each other and our friends. The work at the combine to me is far and away the most rewarding. I love talking to these guys. I love hearing from the coaches and GMs, which based on travel, that might be more difficult this year. But I have 48 players I'm sitting down with from Wednesday to Saturday.
Whew.
I like Indy
as
a work city.
I do too.
Indy's a good work city. Like a lot of places to eat, good hotels, walkable. So full honesty, I do love this time of year. It's very rewarding as much as all of the travel, has its speed bumps.
Yeah, anytime you're traveling a lot, there's a lot of logistics that go into it, and so that can sometimes be draining. But this is a great question. I'm glad that you asked it because I agree with you. I love this time of year. It is my favorite. I get to see a lot of my friends who I get to talk to online all year and then get to see in person like once or twice. That gets to happen at these events. I love getting to watch real football right in front of me when it comes to the Shrine Bowl and the Senior Bowl. But the Combine is so much fun, man. It's an event that I grew up watching. It's part of why I love to do what I do. It's part of why I love the NFL draft, and it's really cool to just be a part of it now. I feel very lucky to get to go to Indianapolis every single year and be a part of Radio Row and go to the podiums and listen to these guys talk. I mean, it's really cool. I love, getting to check in with you after this event because you get to get so many exclusives and sit downs with these guys, and you really just get to, even though it's a small amount of time, you get to kind of hear a little bit about their personality and how they answer questions and things like that. So, and to be honest with you, I know a lot of people don't love the Combine. They're like, oh, it's the underwear Olympics. It doesn't matter. I love it. I love it, man.
Me too.
As long as you have the right context, you can really, really enjoy this event as a fun event to get really excited about, to get hyped up with. So, I think it sounds like we both love this event. And it's a great question. Great question to get us kicked off there.
All right. The name is cut off on my thing for the top one, and I don't want to miss this person.
I think this is Axel. Yeah.
We need a just wings.
Dude, shirt? I would rock the hell out of a just wings shirt.
Yeah, that's a staple on the show. Just wings.
So just wings? Yes. I would absolutely love that. Which you guys got to get in the Discord and you got to vote. Echo, Trevor, you were decently high on Chase Roberts, the wide receiver from BYU before the year. Where are you at now? I still really like Chase Roberts. Now, I haven't done his full eval because I wanted to get to a lot of guys that were at the Senior Bowl and the Combine and everything, so I still have to get to his full eval. But, man, him and Bryce Lance are two of those wide receivers who are just these, like, bigger, just taller wide receivers, a little bit slender in their build, but like guys who really know how to run routes for bigger wide receivers. And so I'm a fan. I'm a fan of both of those guys. I still really like Chase Roberts. I felt like he was a pretty nuanced route runner when I was watching him a little bit at Shrine Bowl practices. So I still like him. Haven't gotten to the final eval though, but I feel as though he might still be one of my sleepers when it's all said and done.
Wisco, as a Marine and combat vet, please reach out to someone. I've gone to more funerals due to suicide than combat. Hashtag 22 a day. Wisco, we're thinking of you, man. And as we open the show with, we're here for everybody.
Yep, it is it's a great reminder, and if anybody joined late at the top of the show, we talked a little bit about the Rondale Moore situation, how tragic that is, and we gave you guys some website portals for therapists and ways that you guys can get involved in therapy if you would like to do so, which we encourage everybody to do so. It's not just when you are at your lowest in life. It is something that I can attest to has helped everything in my life be able to enjoy things more, be able to handle bad times better, all of that great stuff. Tony was great. Was a great game as
Canadian.
As Canadian. Hats off to you guys. Class act by the U.S. players. Oh wait, I didn't see it. Hold on. It went away.
To bring out Gaudreau's kids in Jersey out on the ice for the picture. I live in Calgary, met him a few times, was a great guy.
Yeah.
As are you, Tony. You're a class act, and we always appreciate you, man. And all our Canadian listeners and friends. It's nothing but class here and a rivalry that is phenomenal for the sport.
Pretty incredible having Gaudreau's kids out there for the picture. That'll tug on all the heartstrings.
Yeah, really very, very special. His parents in the stands. His wife had the kids there. It was very emotional for everybody involved.
Who's next?
It's cool when you guys talk other sports. This is from Sports Debate Arena.
Yep.
Connor, I've asked you this. Don't know if you responded. Would you do Knicks content? I'd subscribe, and I think you'd do numbers. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. I think there's a lot of great Knicks content creators out there, and honestly, I'm lucky enough that Knicks and Rangers, I get to just be a fan.
Nice. Man.
Yeah. I love talking about them, and I go on, especially Rangers, I go on some content creator shows and have a good time. But you know what it's like, Trevor. It's not to make football's a job, not to be like that. But it's nice to have a distinction sometimes between the two.
100%.
And I'm trying to preserve that right now, as much as I really appreciate the kind words. I just love being a Knicks fan. I just love being a hockey fan. Where the Mets and Jets, I'm still a fan, but at the end of the time, there also is a work and business aspect as well. That is, I'm really fortunate and lucky that exists, but it also brings some different stresses and responsibilities. And it's weird to say, but it is different.
Oh, it does. Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm glad I don't do anything with hockey. I'm just a Lightning fan.
Just a fan.
It. I'm just a fan of it.
The turn Bucks, on the game after the game's over. That's it. You don't have to go record a reaction or
right. Yep. You just get to be a fan. Who's the? Oh, is Brady the next one? I think
Brady. Yep.
Brady. Yes. Celebrated the acquisition of the 51st state this morning with an Uncrustable and a devious chest day.
Devious chest day.
I like
that a lot.
Damn. Hitting an Uncrustable and then a chest day, that's actually probably the move. I kind of like that.
That's nice.
Kind of like that.
Pre-workout Uncrustable. Caffeinated Uncrustable.
Tony Lee again. Pick any position and predict who runs the fastest 40 time. Can't pick the same position. I'll donate 100 for getting it right. Are you going to take the easy one, or am I going to take the easy one?
I don't want to. I was trying to think of a more creative, dark horse, but it's hard.
Let's see. Let's make sure that because Brendan Thompson's the obvious.
I was gonna say. I knew
he's the obvious one.
Yeah, I think if you were setting odds, to run the question with Brendan Thompson isn't even for people, is he going to be the fastest? People are wondering if he breaks the record.
Right. He's the wide receiver from Mississippi State, by the way. Dude, I'm going to be honest. I don't think he got a combine invite. Who is what was his name? Sear Wright from Nebraska.
Okay.
He was at the Shrine Bowl. I want to make sure that I got his name right. Yes, he was at the Shrine Bowl. This dude's an insane athlete. He ran a 10.8 400-meter dash in high school, was on the state championship winning 4x400 relay team as well. I watched his tape, and he's got nuts speed. His closing speed is unreal, but he's not at the combine. That would have been my answer there. Okay, so one of us is going with Brendan Thompson.
I guess I'll take my guy just to throw it back to Eric Rivers from Georgia Tech.
Ooh, but we can't pick the same position.
Oh, we can't pick the same position. That was the caveat.
Yeah, yeah. And I think Brendan Thompson's going to run faster than Eric Rivers.
I think so too.
Who runs the fastest 40 at tight end? Is it Kenyon?
Yeah, it's Kenyon. I'm like pretty confident in that.
All right.
Pretty confident in that.
Oh, Taylor Green's going to run the fastest 40 time for a quarterback.
He's probably the only quarterback that runs.
Boom!
No, Cole Payton.
Nailed it!
Peyton will run, right?
Yeah, but Taylor Green's going to run faster
No,
than
I
Peyton.
know. I'm just saying, I was thinking, like, who is even going to run? Quarterbacks don't run anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so we're officially going with Kenyon Sadiq and Brendan Thompson. There we go.
Andrew.
We
talked about Dalen Bentley a lot.
Oh, yeah.
From Utah. Trevor saw him at Shrine.
Yep.
I didn't get to him for our tight end rankings a while ago, but when we do final rankings, he will definitely be in there.
By the way, it's after 3:30. You got to go?
Let's rip through him.
Okay.
Let's rip through him.
Okay. Aaron, Caleb Banks is old. Why isn't he getting the Messidor treatment?
He's 22.
I didn't think he was that old.
He's 22.
Yeah, what's he going to be?
I think he'll be 23 on draft night.
23 his rookie year? That's not old. I mean, it's on the older side.
This
but
is
I wouldn't call that
misinformation.
old. Yeah, this is
calling 22-year-old prospects old will not be accepted.
Yeah,
We've gone too far.
Yeah, gone too far.
Chubba Wub requesting a Goatmeyer shout out on Blue Chip Pod.
Oh, okay. I'll sneak it in there.
Yep.
I'll sneak in a Goatmeyer, and the boys won't know. I'm wondering if Brett or EJ will be like, well, hold on, who did you say? What did you just say?
Yeah.
Goat.
And if they don't catch it the first time, do it again 30 minutes later on the show. We'll just both start doing it.
See how many times you can get it in the show.
It's like a little Easter egg on the Blue Chip Pod.
This one's for you, so you got to read the
Meowsers. Connor, how can I start looks maxing like you?
It's a great question.
That is a hilarious question.
It's a great question.
I got nothing.
You know what I thought about the other day, which is dumb? TJ Maxx really needs to lean into this maxing thing and make that a massive campaign. Yeah, like for kids, whatever. I
think it's a great idea.
The younger audience, TJ Maxxing.
And they're 2X's, right? TJ Maxx? Yeah, they're two. It's MAXX, so they need to make it looks maxing with 2X's, and then it's theirs.
Dude, it's right there. It's just right there.
Our marketing, there's things that we're weaker on this show, but our marketing campaigns,
they hit
premium.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of ideas, but the ideas that we do have,
we are low quantity, but high quality.
High quality, yeah. Which is what you want to be.
I love that about us.
Which is what you want to be. The Big Drew. Who would you guys put in your top 3 for physical tools, with the caveat that they're probably going in the 4th or later?
Taylor Green, there's one.
Okay, yeah, that's actually one.
Quarterback of Arkansas.
Let me pull up the PFF. Let me pull up the PFF big board. Make sure I got a reminder of these peeps. Does Markel Bell count from Miami?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. There's one.
Crownover.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah,
he's kind of in that bucket. Demetrius Crownover, the Texas A&M tackle.
Isaiah World.
Yeah,
he's in that.
Who just had he suffered a knee injury that is going to cost him.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, which is terrible. Isaiah World would have been an interesting project for a team in the middle of the draft, and he's got a torn ACL. He will not be at the do the combine.
Mike Washington Jr., the running back from Arkansas.
That popped for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple there.
There you go. Handful of names.
Nomad Scott finally caught alive, and Trey, thanks for joining Kunkel.
Yeah, Will Kunkel show.
Kunkel, and showing Houston some love.
Hell yeah, no, I love Will. Will's I know Will from when he was in Charlotte doing local news here in Charlotte. Nice. So that's how we linked up, and now he's doing a great job covering everything Houston. Who do you guys think was the better prospect? Caden Proctor or Tyler Guyton?
I think I liked Guyton quite a bit. It's close.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say Caden Proctor.
I think it's Guyton for me.
Okay. I would say Caden Proctor, actually.
Yeah.
I did like Guyton, but a lot of what I loved most about Guyton was his competitiveness. I just wanted to bet on the dude because he just seemed like he had the drive to be as good as whatever his ceiling was. He just kind of had that drive, and I think that was really doing a lot of lifting on what I thought of him as a prospect, because I thought the tape was pretty raw from him, but obviously he's turned out pretty well on Dallas's offensive line. But I think my answer would be Caden Proctor. Ty, Peter Woods is still my second favorite pick for the Bengals at number 10. A lot of Cincy fans are scared of the production because of Stewart, but they aren't the same. For me, it's number 1, Caleb Downs, number 2, Peter Woods, number 3, Sonny Styles. I don't argue with that top 3 at all for the Bengals. I think it's a very good top 3, and I agree with you. I think that Woods is a better player than Shamar Stewart was. So,
Trogdor, sup, big timers, coming at you while giving blood. A reminder to all the addicts to take time to give blood. Shout out to Badlands and Brady Cook. Shout out to you, Trogdor.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Trogdor.
People's champ.
Yeah. Connor. I'm sure it's already been talked about, but shout out USA Hockey. Shout out USA Hockey, indeed. How do you like that, Trevor? I don't have time for the Olympics, Sikkema.
You redeemed yourself really strongly.
He basically calling me Canadian right there.
No, Canadians love the Olympics.
No. But like that's what he was essentially telling me to suck it as if I was Canadian. That's the tone of that.
Like
super
you're the
chat
loser.
There. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, as if I'm not a warm-blooded American.
Like you collapsed to your knees when Jack Hughes scored the overtime goal. No. That's good.
I'll break my tooth in solidarity with Jack Hughes.
Yeah, I'll challenge you on that.
I'll do it. Alyssa's gonna come home from work tonight, and me and Marvel are gonna have our teeth, both of our teeth chipped, and she's gonna be like, "What did you do?" We're like, "We just really love hockey."
Made it into a necklace for you. Sheldon Wong,
like a shell necklace, like a shark tooth.
Even Marvel's teeth,
dude. He better find his teeth on the ice and do that.
It'd be sick. That'd be sick. Sheldon, Connor, how does it feel to know America was saved by a New Jersey Devil and a Jet, but the wrong kind? Listen, I'm rooting for Jack Hughes when it's Team USA time.
Of course.
And Connor Hellebuyck, I was just so happy for him to kind of shake the...
You think I like rooting for Matthew Tkachuk?
Right, the Olympics...
You think I like doing that?
Tests you in ways, man. The greatest part for me is I could still despise Tom Wilson as much as I always have.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah, so that's really nice. But it is an odd experience at times. Like Zibanejad scoring the game-tying goal. At first, I was like, oh. And then when I saw Mika, I'm like, Mika, love him. And then like 20 seconds, I'm like, damn it.
Hey, JT Miller, though.
Vincent Trocheck, Mike Sullivan.
Hold on. What? JT Miller, not only a Ranger great, also a Tampa Bay Lightning great. People forget.
Vancouver Canuck great.
He is truly what brings this podcast together is JT Miller. People forget
a pod
that.
Unified by JT Miller.
Bees. Keith Abney and Max Ionicher benefit from this week. I think there's a good chance. Like Ionicher looks really athletic on tape. So if he tests like a really good athlete, man, the hype for him, it's going to be first round. And Keith Abney's kind of the same way. Like in this cornerback class, I haven't gotten all the way through corners, but it feels as though, dude, I love Jermon McCoy. Jermon McCoy's 2024 tape. He's CB1 for me. I don't want to spoil the cornerback episode, but like he's CB1 for me. I like Mansour Delane a lot. Avian Terrell is an absolute dog. But after him, like, if you told me Keith Abney was the next best corner, I'd kind of feel that from what I have seen from him. And obviously, if he has a good week, that could remain the case or get even stronger.
Final one, Love and Life in Alaska. Whew. Do you want to interview Pons so you look tall? Yes. I have D'Angelo Pons. Thursday. I don't want to look tall.
I think the chat was mixing up their bits because I'm the short one. Or at least, people think that I'm the short one. Yeah,
people think you're 5'3".
Yeah.
Because you stood up and grabbed a helmet off a shelf one time.
Crazy.
There's no surviving slander on this podcast.
There's not.
But you just have to roll with it.
What's up, Addicts? Sorry to interrupt. It's the chef here. But Connor and Trevor forgot like 3 super chats. We're using a new system here. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and read them right now. So Wisco with the $2 super chat says, USA wins. Do you believe in miracles? We got Jonas saying play Freebird. And then last but not least, we got Julius Wyatt says start bench cut, Wolf of Wall Street, Interstellar, Gladiator. Now, that would have been great to hear their responses, but I'll go ahead and answer real quick. I'm definitely starting Interstellar. I'm a huge Nolan guy, and I think that's one of his best movies. And then so I've never actually seen Wolf of Wall Street, so I guess I'll cut that. And it's like, how can I be the editor of the show and not watch Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know. And then I'll bench Gladiator. Sorry about that, guys. Back to the show.
Game plan of the week, presented by Western Southern Financial Group. A game plan for your financial future. The game plan of the week is whatever Mike Sullivan cooked up to take home gold. There you go. I said it. Whatever he had to do to change up the lineups, some of the Kachuk brothers in whatever way he needed to. Hughes brothers showing up big time. Whatever the doctor on the bench said to Jack Hughes, he had half his tooth, and he's like, nah, you're good to go. Go ahead. We're good. That's the game plan of the week, folks. Just like every team win. Even a gold medal win. Starts with a great game plan. Your future should as well. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect you and your family so you can focus on winning today knowing that tomorrow is covered. Whether you're just starting out, building your dynasty, or looking to lock in long-term protection, their coverage options are designed to match your game plan. Visit westernsouthern.com/PFF to get your free life quote and start building your financial game plan today. Western and Southern, built to win, backed by over 130 years of helping people protect what matters most.
Drake Brady Cook May. Oh, good God. No. I did text somebody during the game, and I said, this is actually what it feels like to watch the Jets for the first three quarters.
Well, it
when
is.
The Patriots just could not move the ball forward.
Well, it quite literally is, because I don't know if you saw this, but the Patriots' EPA per play throughout the postseason was identical to the Jets in the regular season.
There you go.
So,
wow, I didn't see that, but yeah, I know blending the eye test with analytics, man.
I know the Jets when I see it, and it wasn't Sam Darnold and Jason Myers, let me tell you.
No, it was not, or Leonard Williams.
Yeah.
I walk into a room and I could smell the Jets. Cursed life I live.
Andreas, $5 super chat. I love Drake May, but you got to admit the schedule is a devious and hilarious nickname.
It's so funny.
It's tough. That's tough.
No, it's hilarious.
No, I know it is. And we love Drake as well. We were both very high on him in the draft process. I still think he's unbelievably talented. Here's what I would say about Drake May. There was so much praise leading up to this game about, oh my gosh, he's the second youngest quarterback to ever play in a Super Bowl behind Dan Marino. And then the ball got kicked off, and he sure as hell looked like the second youngest quarterback to ever play in a Super Bowl. Yep. He just wasn't ready. He has not seen enough NFL football to be ready for that moment. And that's nothing against what he could be in the future, but I think that that's just what it was. Patrick, $5 super chat. Can you discuss Kevin Coleman Jr. and Lewis Bond as far as how they looked as slot receivers at the Senior Bowl? Upside and draft range, thanks. I remember catching a couple of Lewis Bond plays, and he did look good. I didn't watch his entire week overall. Kevin Coleman Jr. I watched a lot more of, and he was a separation stud like you would need him to be, because he's a lot lighter of a wide receiver, and if you play him in the slot and you're going up against these teams that aren't going to play press coverage against you, he can cook off coverage defenders. But when you play anybody who presses him and gets hands on him, that's where it starts to get difficult, because he is so much lower on the scale, and he just doesn't have that mass to be able to hand fight and break through contact against press coverage. But if you are playing teams that operate a lot in those off-coverage situations, Kevin Coleman Jr. could be a really reliable slot receiver for you.
The next one from BG the Kid. Rewatched the Dong clip so many times. Wait, what? That was a gem.
Truly a gem.
I skipped one. That's on me. Wester Unchained with 1,000 Hungarian forint. Thank you very much, Wester. Yeah.
You know in the currency.
I Googled it. I'm a man of honesty.
Okay.
Yes. But now for the rest of my life, I will know HUF is Hungarian forint.
You will.
Can you rank these wide receivers as prospects? Lemon Tyson, Carnell Tate, Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams, Olave.
As prospects?
Go Jets. Drake the schedule May. Nice. Jets in Hungary.
Yeah.
Wow.
As prospects.
Well, I'll tell you right now how I had them, and then let me slot in.
I ended up having Jameson as wide receiver 1 in that class, which makes me mad. Not that he's bad.
Pisses me off.
Not that he's bad, but that was also the same draft class that had Drake London in it, and I loved Drake London for the longest time. I had him wide receiver 1 for forever, and then I kind of bullied myself into putting him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had him
Mr. Drake London.
I know. I ended up having him. Now, I still had Drake London as like a top 15 player, top 20 player, whatever it was. But I ended up having him, I think, as like wide receiver 2 or 3 in that class, and I get mad at myself for it. So I think that as prospects, if I'm sticking to what my rankings were, I think it would be Jameson, Garrett Williams, Tyson, Lemon, London, Tate Olave, probably, if I'm remembering it correctly off the top of my head.
Yeah, I have mine when you're ready.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't want to cut you off.
No. I think that's what it would have been for me, just as prospects.
That class was obviously great. I had first round grades on all of these guys, so it kind of, like you said, takes away from the stacking, but it still matters. Yeah. So I had Garrett Wilson as wide receiver 1. Mm-hmm. Jameson Williams as wide receiver 2. You did the same thing.
Yeah.
The last month, I was like, man, you just can't teach a guy to run like that.
I know. And again, Jameson's good. We're acting like he's a bum.
Jameson Williams is good.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, Drake London, Chris Olave. I had them all with first round grades.
With higher grades.
And I had them all in the top 22.
All right, let me look.
So I want to keep that perspective here because people might be kind of alarmed by how I would slot these guys in.
What class was that? That was 2023?
22.
Oh, it was 2022. Let me see.
I'll tell you right now, and this is nothing against him because I like the player. I think I'd have Makai Lemon last.
Hater. It's just unbelievable.
I think I'd have Carnell Tate also behind all of them.
Oh, no. Okay, so the order's different. The order would be
for your rankings?
Yes, because I misremembered them. So it would have been Jameson Williams, Drake London, Jordan Tyson, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Carnell Tate, and Makai Lemon. Or I think I'll end up flipping Tate.
Okay, so you agree the combo of Tate and Lemon is on the outside of all of these guys.
Yes.
Then I would slot in Tyson. It's going to be tough, either behind or ahead of London. I don't know. That's tough. I know I'd still have Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams as 1 and 2. And this is prospects. I'm not going to change my mind now.
Right. Yeah. I'm not. That's why.
Really good super chat. Really,
I'm going off of what I had them ranked as. Yep. Odd estimate, start, bench, cut, wing flavors, lemon pepper, buffalo, garlic parm. Very easy for me.
My start is buffalo.
Okay.
My bench is lemon pepper.
Okay.
My cut is garlic parm.
Yeah,
garlic parm. I always have 1 or 2, and I'm like, I didn't need a dozen of these.
I know.
Every time, but I always think it's a good idea, once a year or once every 2 years. And I'm like, no, this is the reason why I always get buffalo and something else. Lemon pepper's good.
Lemon pepper's what I would start. That's my favorite.
Yeah, lemon pepper's very popular, very good.
Yeah,
I'm simple. Buffalo is number 1.
And then buffalo, and then I'd cut garlic parm. I will say Garrett Greenlee. So football analysis. We were texting this weekend because he wanted the red chimichurri wing recipe, and I gave it to him. And then he sent me a garlic parm chicken thigh meal prep recipe. And he's like, dude, this is unbelievable. And I told him, I was like, I'm normally not a big garlic parm fan, but I will try it, and I will report back to the people. No, a $10 super chat. This is a interesting one. Sup, NFL Dong Express.
Yep.
I'm happy that I'm cemented in cold open history. My day job is asking pro analysts about dongs. There we go. Cook's the GOAT. He is indeed. You all are amazing. Thank you for the amazing content. We appreciate you, Noah. Thank you for cementing yourself in NFLSE history there.
Legendary. Hunter Campbell, thank you for the $28 of Canadian Super chat.
Oh.
All right, big pockets. What's up, big dogs? I just had an Uncrustable for the first time today. Is this as good as my life is going to get?
Yeah.
Wash it down with a canned Gatorade, and yeah, you're living.
That's true. Taters World, $2 super chat. Curling is greater than the Super Bowl yesterday. The NFL needs the Chiefs. I don't know.
Are you a big Olympics guy? No, you're not.
So the answer is like I very much enjoy the Olympics, but like
Right.
I don't.
But you
think
can't just rot on the TV for 4 hours watching.
I don't think
anything.
I can fairly. No. I can. I think the issue is just like I don't have the time to do it.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, Mr. No, you know what? You planned a vacation during the Winter Olympics. You do not care about America or international.
You think that I was going to not do a vacation for the Winter Olympics?
I'm not leaving.
That's why I'm sick.
I got men's hockey to watch. I got figure skating to watch. I already watched the luge.
I don't think I can. I enjoy the Olympics. I don't think I can consider myself a big Olympics guy.
No, you're not.
Given people like yourself who are making it your whole personality over the next 2 weeks.
It pays my check of how I live.
Yeah, that's why you're not going anywhere.
It stays on every television and tablet in the house.
So you know what actually sucks is I had the Olympics on the other day, and that was it. No, just kidding. I had the Olympics on the other day, and my dog would not stop barking at the television.
What was on?
I think it was curling first, and then it was luge, and he's just barking at the TV. And
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I got to the point where I was like, dude, I can't even watch this with you in the house.
You ruined it for me.
Yeah.
So now Marvel's the fall guy of why you don't like the Olympics.
He is absolutely the fall guy. Everybody needs one.
Davis Allen enjoyer.
Yep.
Trevor is the Kyler Murray of Steve Palazzolo's. For those that don't know, PFF Steve is about 7'1".
I actually think that he's
Is he 6'10"?
I hate to say it.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He is taller than that.
No, I think he's 6'10".
I was about to be like, you're not getting away with this one.
Hashtag what a nerd. $5 super chat. Trevor, a pimp your franchise named Slick Sikkema has reached full off-season form. Glad to have you back. I think that's supposed to say my brother, but people were saying that the super chat text
Keyboard
is messing up something.
has a mind of its own.
Yeah. On estimate, $2 said red Roberto Aguayo chimichurri. Nah, that's fighting words. You read the next chat.
Jiri, thank you for the $6 euros. With the NFL season over, the Colorado Rockies are now officially eliminated from playoff contention. What are your preseason World Series predictions? So if you say anything but the Dodgers in the National League, it makes you brave. I'll take the field.
Okay.
I'll be brave. I'll take the field.
Okay.
I don't know who. The American League. Oh, man. I mean, I love what the Blue Jays did after coming so close. I don't know. I need more time to sit on this. Tigers have made some moves. They needed to because the last year of Scooble probably there. Yeah, that's tricky. The East is so good in the American League that I feel like they're just going to kind of crush each other. I'll say Blue Jays. I don't know. I need more time for my National League. That's why I'm taking the field. Everybody's going to take the Dodgers. Rockies are eliminated already.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know anything about baseball.
That's okay.
So,
you got to draw the line somewhere.
I'm going with Reds.
Nice. Also made some moves. Come on, what do you got in the bag for the American League? And you can't say Rays.
Wait, the Tigers are in the American League, right?
Yeah, Tigers are a good pick for this.
Yeah, all right. Tigers, Reds, World Series.
So you draw your sports line, because I always say this, like you could be a sports fanatic, work in sports is much of your life. There is always a line for, I think, just about even every sports fanatic.
Yeah.
Your line is baseball.
Yeah,
like you don't care, but also like at some point you do not have the time as well. You need to allocate free time somewhere else. Mine, and it wasn't like this when I was a kid. I was a huge fan of this when I was a kid, is college basketball.
Yeah, I don't really. Florida's good, so I pay attention to college basketball. Obviously, with them winning, I was very invested last year throughout a lot of the year because they were very good, and I still am this year because they started off pretty not great, but they had a tough schedule to start, and then they're better now. So I'm paying attention a little bit, but I couldn't tell you basically anything outside of the Florida Gators, anything at all. So yeah, I'm with you.
It's an amazing sport. It's just at some point there's a line.
Yeah.
I see PD Picks said my line is tennis. I think tennis is an incredible sport, but another one that admittedly I barely keep up with also.
Yeah. Big Billy, he says, salute from France, and then something in French, but which I assume is something making fun of our height or our stature being little, because one of the words is petite. So, what traits separate a first-round defensive tackle from later ones? What traits separate first-round guards?
Explosiveness, first step.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, you got to be a great athlete. I think size,
athlete, man.
I think size overall as well. You want to be. That's why we talk about measurables and percentiles with a lot of these guys. The league is a big people beat up little people type of a league, and for the majority of the time, sometimes it boils down to that. The bigger, stronger, more explosive athletes win. It's just the way that it goes. And so you want to draft a lot of those guys that have the measurables that you just don't see very often. So explosiveness, technique, obviously you love to see technique and production in college, but sometimes that's just things that can be taught at the NFL level. So a lot of times it is that athleticism that really separates defensive tackles. But, defensive tackle, even just saying hey, what's a first round defensive tackle? Caden McDonald looks completely different than Kalijah Cansey, right? And both of those guys could be first round defensive tackles. And so it kind of just depends on what your MO is, what you're good at. And do you have the athletic ability? And then do you have the body build to continue to be good at that at a high level at the pro level? So that's what I would think for defensive tackles.
Tony Lee, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hope you guys are doing well. For the Jets at 16, is there a player that would entice you to trade up 3 to 6 spots, or are there too many holes for them to trade up? If Caleb Downs or David Bailey started to fall, or Sonny Styles, one of the three, I'd move up a couple spots for them, for the Jets.
Master Andrew, $5 super chat. 2 things I noticed from the Super Bowl. 1, you need a shutdown cornerback. 2, you need good defense tackles that give pressure. How much do you think DT and cornerback class might rise even into the top 10?
Look at DJ's mock compared to ours. What do you notice? Both McCoy and Delane go in the top 10.
Yeah, I think McCoy and Delane are definitely up there to potentially go in the first round. I mean, again, guys, it's why I know when I picked Caleb Banks to the Chiefs at 9 when we did the mock, it had a lot of people up in arms. But if you believe in the flashes that we saw over the last couple of years and at the Senior Bowl from Caleb Banks, that's a type of dude at defensive tackle that you draft really high, because they just don't make him like he is. He's 6'6", 330 pounds with a crazy first step, really good speed to power, fast, violent hands. They just don't come around very often.
Jer Pens, thank you for the $28. As a Pats fan, today I grieve. Step 1, I did a 3-round mock. Step 2, I played as the Patriots in Madden and beat the brakes off the Seahawks 15 times.
Smart.
Now I embrace Peter's profile pick as my spirit animal.
Yeah, smart.
Which is Zyn, Coors Light.
And Squirrel passed out.
There you go.
Enjoying both of them. Solensi, $10 super chat. Missed the original discourse, and I understand why Lemon and Tyson are out of the top 10, but there has been nothing about Tate outside of a poor national title game. Is there something that we don't know? I don't think it's something that you don't know. I just don't know if the league really views Carnell Tate as a wide receiver 1. I think that there's a world where he can be a really good number 2, but I even watch him and I wonder if he can be a wide receiver 1 type on your team. And I think that there's a lot of teams out there that think he could be a hell of a wide receiver 2, but maybe he's not a wide receiver 1 type. And if you're not drafting a wide receiver 2 in the top 10, you're only drafting a guy that you think can be a wide receiver 1 for you.
That's exactly right. BC 1219. Hey, long-haired leather helmets. Thoughts on if the Panthers went after Romeo Dobbs this offseason? Also, a potential Max Crosby trade. I think Dobbs is a really nice free agent at this point of his career, where he makes you better in a lot of different ways as not being the primary pass catcher. And Max Crosby, yeah, Panthers, Bucks, those teams come to mind as ones that make a lot of sense to make a move for him.
I think so too. Yeah. Andrew, $10 super chat. Been a lot of Will Campbell talk. O-line guys have said that the arm length isn't an issue. It's his late hands, overactive feet, too vertical of a set. Does a move to guard even help these issues? Yeah, I think that like him overall just at guard, I think could be better. I know that Brandon Thorne, who does a great job evaluating offensive line and talking everything offensive line, like he's even potentially talked about him at center. I saw Teron Armstead talk about how those issues that Will Campbell has are a lot of fixable issues, and I agree.
It was really good what he posted.
Yeah, it was a really detailed way. Now, when you have shorter arms, your margin for error is less.
Thank you. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that your margin for error is less. You have to be really on top of things with your technique and how you're setting and how you're anchoring and all this kinds of stuff, because when you don't have the long arms, you just don't have a lot of, especially for Will Campbell, it's less about the arm length. It's more about the wingspan, because yes, his arms are short, but his shoulders are also narrow. He doesn't have these big, wide, broad shoulders to create like such a big, long wingspan. And when you have a short wingspan, when your shoulders are a little bit more narrow, you are creating a softer corner or a better, an easier ability for somebody to get around you and off of the blocks, because there's quite literally just less of you physically that guys have to get around. So it's less of the arm length thing. It's more of the total package of the small wingspan from Will Campbell. And then it's a lot of technique issues as well. Will Campbell's going to start for this team at left tackle next year. He's going to. He's going to get another year where he's starting at left tackle for them. And then after that, I think that's when we really reevaluate what he is.
So I love that you brought up the margin for error issue. It's not that it's an issue, right? You don't have to say it's like the only reason Will Campbell's struggling is his short arms. That's a disingenuous conversation. But it's part of the issue. Because the guys that look at Rashawn Slater, right, that doesn't have long arms, he's like a 95th percentile kind of athlete with the agility that he has in his lower half to just mirror anybody in front of him combined with the anchor strength. I think for me, this is such a simple thing, but we get so caught up in the nuances of the game and evaluations and everything. When I started meeting all these guys on the final day of the combine interviews, which is Saturday, it's like everybody's gone. And I started staying for the offensive line, which was a couple years ago. Man, sometimes you meet a guy and you're like, how the hell does anybody get around you? You know what I mean? And more often than not, those guys, if they have technique, they go on to dominate in the NFL. Like when you look at Joe Alt and even Amarius Mims, who really, he just had medical problems. But like you look at these guys, you're like, I feel like you're one of the biggest humans that walks the earth. How does anybody get around you? So that's part of it is part of the convo. People don't like it because it feels like a simple thing to fall back on, but it's real.
For sure.
It's real. And that's why it does matter a lot. And I'm kind of surprised how offended people are by this. Yes, there's more conversation to why Will Campbell's struggling, but that is absolutely part of it, for sure.
Yeah, no,
He's not built like an NFL tackle. When you look at the other NFL tackles, and you brought up not just the arm length, but the width of his overall frame, it's like the wingspan and everything. Yes, these things matter a lot in scouting, man.
Yeah, so one thing that I will say before we move on to the next question is everybody is just like, oh, just move him to guard. Like, just move him to guard. Yep, he's not a tackle. Just move him to guard. Guys, if you watch how he lost a lot this postseason, it's actually not really because of length. It's because he's not anchoring. It's because he's getting blown back into where the quarterback is so easily. That doesn't get easier at guard.
No, but it's less space for him to get set.
No,
and he never looks set when he gets ran over.
For sure. So that helps him because it's less of a runway for these guys to convert speed to power, for sure. But Will Campbell, whether he's a tackle, a guard, or a center, he has to get stronger. He has to anchor better, and he has to get better technique against bull rushes. That's how he lost this year. So there's a lot more nuance to that. Preston, $5 super chat. He asks, is this pod owned by y'all or also by your networks, PFF and NBC? Also, how do the super chat revenues compare to ads? Is Peter more than DraftKings? Peter's more than DraftKings to us. So, salute to Peter for that. He's putting on the show. This pod is owned by us. Connor and I own this show. And,
we are entrepreneurs, Trevor.
We are entrepreneurs in the podcast game. So no, we are not affiliated. Well, we are affiliated with PFF. We share revenue with them and everything. But no, this is our podcast. This is just us. So
we are very proud of that
for a long time. Patrick, $5 super chat. James Pierce situation's a reminder that may give teams pause to take Bailey earlier with similar anger issues.
That's dangerous, man. Be careful there.
Somebody else asked us about James Pierce Jr. in a super chat that I saw a little bit lower. Somebody asked us, like, what do you guys think of the James Pierce Jr. situation? There's nothing to think about the James Pierce Jr. situation other than it's awful. It's horrible. Like, look, obviously, like, there were things talked about with James Pierce Jr. in the pre-draft process, but I felt it very strange, like, some of the people last week who were like, yep, he had pre-draft issues, so I knew that this was going to happen.
I despise that.
I knew that this exact thing was going to happen, that he was going to run into his girlfriend's car and put her life in danger and try to run over a law enforcement person. Like, that was really off-putting to me. The only thing to think about the James Pierce Jr. situation is that it's sad. That's it to me.
Right.
That's it.
A word of advice, not to be the guy, on my soapbox here, but if you're going to work in this business, don't always insert yourself into situations that are much more significant to other people involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean like this is an opportunity for me to tell everybody James Pierce Jr. shouldn't have been a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Come on and know the time and place.
And the last thing that I'll say about it is, like, character matters. Characters always mattered.
It's a huge slice of the pie, man.
It's a major part of the pie that often we don't get a clear picture at. These teams get to meet with these players. They do all sorts of extensive background on them, everything. Right. So for the actual draft process, yes, that is paramount. We would never say that it's not. I have always said on this show and every others, you are drafting people just as much as you are players.
That's right.
And I don't even necessarily mean that as like an off the field type of character thing. Obviously it goes into that, but I even talk about that as like, what's your work ethic like? How much do you love football? Do you want to do what you need to do to achieve your ceiling and be great? You're drafting people as much as you are players. So obviously thinking about some of the negatives, if there are some, matter a lot in all of this. But yeah, that's all I'll say about what is just a really, really sad situation. So,
Sam Oler, I'm waiting for the serious conversation of the Raiders moving back, build the core team, run it back with Geno, and use ammo for quarterback next year. I can imagine a world where Kubiak would wait on a rookie quarterback. My counter is I can't imagine a world where Spytek, Brady, and Davis do. They can get a lot. They can get a lot from the Jets. They can get the top player they want that isn't Fernando Mendoza by moving back to 2. They can get the 16th pick and more from the Jets, but they're not going to do that, man. Like, I don't think teams, I understand what you're saying here. I really do. It's just when you're inside the building dealing with an owner that has to sell tickets and the state of the organization, they're not going to pass on Fernando Mendoza.
Jared with a $2.79 Canadian super chat, which appreciates you. Got nothing to it, just right there supporting the show. BT $5 super chat. Sup, Pounders? A reaction vid? Sheesh, leeches, starving for content. Just kidding, little guys.
Sheesh.
Today's my birthday. I'm 48. Hey, shout out, happy birthday.
No, screw you. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, hey, ho!
Happy birthday, old head.
Hold on. Being born on the day that we're doing a reaction vid, that's kind of on you, actually.
Yeah, pick a different birthday.
It's kind of on you.
Tell the wife and kids to do candles tomorrow night.
Satoshi $2 super chat. Is Love's floor the Kansas City Chiefs, or is it fall to Minnesota? Is he greater than Genti? I would draft Jeremiah Love over Ashton Genti.
I would too. Yes. I think he has more big play threat.
I also don't think the floor is Kansas City. I would never say that with a running back, even though I think he's basically the only blue chip prospect in this class.
Optimistic Giants Leafs fan. Knowing NFLSE is live at 4:30 is the only thing you need to get through Super Bowl Monday. Love to all the addicts, the chef, Trevor, Short Straw Sikkema, and Connor, the Dong Rogers. Man, that's one of my favorite Abbies that we always post too. Harbaugh and the Leafs sweater.
Yeah, it's true.
Well done, my friend.
Man, you guys keep sending all of these. I gotta cut this off at 10 minutes from now, so we'll read as many as possible here.
We can do a speed run here.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Nessie, $6 super chat. You guys skipped the Rams from Kyle Lemon pick, even though Trev said it was pretty intrigued by it. As a fan, I'd love to give him at 13. Would love to hear you guys' opinion. Yeah, I mean, if you see the wide receiver room changing massively over the next 2 years specifically, you basically have a player who plays a lot like Puka Nacua does, who just isn't quite built as big as Puka Nacua is in Mekhi Lemon. So that is why I was very, very intrigued. Trogdor, $5 super chat. Please remember to rate all the prospects in the combine on the NFLSE 1 to 5 Chris Jones scale. That's what I'll say there. Shout out to Badlands.
You're scared now.
Shout out to Badlands Discord. I feel like we've said dong enough in this show. So,
yeah.
Shout out to Badlands Discord. Brady Cook. You know what I thought about? You know what I actually thought about while we were doing the show? I was like, what if DJ actually watches this show? Because DJ, we go back and forth with DJ on social media and everything.
Sure.
I've been on
You'd be
his
curious
podcast.
what people have to say about your mock draft.
Exactly. I've been on his podcast a couple of times, which has been really, really cool. Yeah, I know. Have you actually? No,
I haven't. I just got big broed.
It's all right, Connor. It's all right. Connor was at the Super Bowl and I was doing nothing. And so I thought about him watching this show, and he's like, "He's got to talk about
these guys are idiots.
Talk about Chris Jones dong a lot on the combine.
Weirdos.
What are we doing?"
Charlie Sinclair, thank you for the $5 super chat. At 22, if it came down to Vega versus an impacty tackle like Hunter Woods or Banks, what's the play? For the Chargers, I would love to see them get a premium guard and just lean into what they are, especially with Mike McDaniel. But man, you can't go wrong. But yeah, that's my take.
Stiggs, $10 super chat. Been a while since I joined a live. Missed the height wrestling. Can't believe no one said that Trevor was in the first percentile in height at his position. # Short King. Yeah.
Tom Bott, thank you for the $5 super chat. How would the Rams draft strategy change if they traded Byron Young for a second, re-sign Cam Curl, then get Pierce, Jamel Dean, a vet edge rusher of free agency? All right, there's a lot happening here. But after you said all of that...
Who's Pierce?
Yeah, then get Pierce. I don't know. Surely cannot be Damian Pierce.
Who's Pierce?
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce. Okay. Yes. Gotcha. All right. We're back on.
Yes.
O-line? I don't think you need to do any of that though. Like I think that's
why trade Byron Young?
I mean, I love the creativity, but I don't think you need to do any of that. There's no reason to trade Byron for a second. You have a really young, deep defensive line right now. I would just re-sign Curl and that's it.
I agree.
Yeah. Josh, $20 super chat. Going to the combine for the first time this year. Hell yeah. I'll bring an up an apple.
Uncrustable.
Okay, there you go. For you, Connor, and some red chimichurri for you, Chad. Appreciate it.
See you there, Josh.
Enjoy the combine.
Captain Valhalla, as a Pats, I'm assuming fan, I would have appreciated the troll of doing a Pimp the Pats today. Also, imagine the 2028 U.S. flag football team with Gonzo, PS2, Stingley at DB. Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Yeah. No fly zone. Nobody catches anything. Sheldon, $2 super chat. How was San Francisco, Connor? Also, what was the best meal that you had?
Oh, San Francisco was great. Best meal I had. I had a really, really good halibut while I was there.
Whew!
Yeah. Wow. I mean, because if you say, like, I eat steak on the road, of course, like, steak's always great. I love steak. But the halibut, anytime you're in a coastal city and you get some good seafood, it's special.
I almost have to not have steak from this moment until the combine, knowing that that's the only dinner that you have.
It's like
it's just
3 months worth of steak. It's just steak.
It's just
no
steak.
Sides.
No, it really is. Don't go don't go see your primary care doctor for your annual physical immediately after.
Why is your heart falling out of your chest?
Yeah. If you've been eating a lot of red meat lately, your cholesterol is insane.
Sweating ribeye every
Which is a
morning.
reminder to everybody out there, especially the males out there, because we don't often do this. It's not as common. Primary care doctor. Go see them once a year. Make sure you're taking care of your health. It's very important. I picked $2. Young plus number 29 for Max Crosby. Thoughts? Love from Scotland.
Love right back to Scotland. Is that Byron Young?
Byron Young, number 29.
Why does everybody hate Byron Young?
I don't know. But, well, hold on. For Max Crosby, though, or it could be Sidney Crosby. Either one.
That would be something. Sidney Crosby decides to finish out his year trying as a contender.
With the Rams.
With the Rams. Wisco, who is more unlikely to win
Wait, hold on. I didn't.
One?
I
You're
didn't answer the
actually
question.
thinking about the trade.
Yeah, I just don't. For the Rams, you do this in a heartbeat. I don't think the Raiders do that.
They might. It's not terrible.
No. It's not terrible.
You get
It's
a
not
young
terrible.
pass rusher in
You get a young pass rusher, and then you get a first-round pick. Yeah.
Wisco,
Go ahead.
thank you for the $5 super chat. Who is more unlikely to win a Super Bowl, DM or JB? Drake May or JB? Man, you guys with these abbreviations are on a heater.
John Bradshaw, the
The
wrestler.
clothesline from hell?
Yeah, the clothesline
Unrelated,
from hell.
more realistic for Green Bay at 52, Lee Hunter or Ihanachur?
More unrealistic feels like it's Hunter at this point.
Yeah, he saw him go in the top 25 of DJ's mock.
Joe
Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
I've never heard anyone in my life call him JB.
JB? The Beebs?
Who's more unlikely to win a Super Bowl? Well, Drake May has more time in
Wait,
theory.
who is SB?
Super Bowl.
Oh.
It's like decoding.
Dude, that's too many. SB, GB.
Drake May has more time, and he's got Mike Vrabel. So I'll say, but I think Burrow's better.
Joe Burrow's going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Joe Burrow has
Joe
to
Burrow's
win a
going to win a
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
He's got to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I hope it's in Cincinnati for Bengals fans, but he's going to win a Super Bowl someday.
Hammer. As a Steelers fan, I'll be in Pittsburgh for the draft this April. Pretty excited. I see Denzel Boston has mocked us. Really didn't watch any Washington games this year. Who would you compare his game to? I don't have a player comp for him, but hopefully you've heard us talk about him a lot now. Both wide receiver episodes, a couple mock drafts. I just think the way he shields defenders to catch the ball over them, he could play. He could line up literally at any receiving spot. He's physical. He's got some juice after the catch for his size. Mm-hmm. He's a good player.
Yeah. I saw shades of Miles Austin with him, which is obviously high praise. Like, Miles is awesome, but a little bit of shades of that. Trap $10 super chat at the Vikings. Trade Addison. Who could they pick to replace him in the draft, and at what pick? P.S. Trev is easily 5'8". Connor is 5'7" max. Going off head height times shoulder width.
I mean, it's just out of control at this point.
Yeah,
like, each accusation gets worse.
It does.
We are literally going to be 4'8" in a month.
We are. Yeah.
That's fine. When Hell in a Cell Thursday starts, we'll see how the tone changes.
We'll see who signs up.
We'll see who's actually on the list.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Who could they replace him with in the draft? I mean, if you're picking in the first round, obviously, I said I think all the big three receivers are probably going to be there, but
no, none of the big three would be there at their pick.
18?
Yeah, I don't think Lemon, Tate, or Tyson.
I think there's a chance one of them's there.
Oh, one of them. Yeah. I thought you meant all three are going to be there. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. All three are going to be there.
Take your pick.
No, Omar Cooper Jr.
Nice.
Or Skylar Bell. There you go. One of those two.
That makes sense too. Sauter. Who are your guys' favorite athletes ever? Doesn't have to be solely an NFL player. Trevor is the Trindon Holiday of Dan Skippers.
Wow. Okay.
That one's
all right.
out there.
I'll kind of I think I'll take that. Maybe.
To make it easy, my favorite NFL player ever is Darrelle Revis, which I've said 9,000 times. I don't shut up about it. He's my favorite NFL player. I doubt that'll ever change because, like, when you're younger, rooting for a player is different than now.
Yeah.
So, Darrelle Revis for me.
Off the top of my head, Derek Brooks. Obviously, I grew up loving Derek Brooks. Vinny LeCavier in hockey. I love Charles Woodson, Champ Bailey as well. Some of my favorites, just even outside of Tampa, that I absolutely loved. Dwight Freeney, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, like so those are those are just a handful.
Going across the sports. Henrik Lundqvist, David Wright, Darrell Revis.
Don't you have a Lundqvist jersey? No, whose jersey do you have?
I don't.
Do you have a Zibanejad jersey?
I have a Zibanejad.
Yeah. I think I've told you this before, but when the Rangers played the Bolts in the playoffs, whatever it was, like 4 years ago, it was like the first year of us doing NFLSE.
When McDonough was just screaming Zibanejad.
And McDonough was just screaming Zibanejad because he would just slap shot everything. And I still just hear it in my nightmares. Rapid fire in these last couple. Charlie, $5 super chat. The Chargers at a minimum make the AFC Championship game with Mike McDaniel as their offensive coordinator this year, 2027 Super Bowl loading. All right, Charlie's calling a shot there. Axel, $5 super chat. Oh, this is the James Pierce Jr. situation, which we already addressed. Justin, $2 super chat. Have you guys seen my dad? I can't find him. Have not, but
He's
I'll be on the lookout.
Borkington, can you rank the edges by Gatorade flavor?
The edges? Bork, how does this make sense?
Yeah, please explain. Womprat, thoughts on NFL draft buzz accuracy for scouting? I can't answer that. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. Trevor and I, as we do
our own scouting.
We do our own scouting, so that it wouldn't. I don't know. Right. Extra Life 2003. Found out today I passed the last certified public accountant CPA.
Let's go.
Congrats. That is not easy. Good for you, Extra Life. Spending part of my bonus on this great show. Thank you very much. Also, let me know if you need taxes done. I have an accountant, but you are now my number 2.
There we go. Yanders. Hey, both. An addict from Malaysia. Wow,
you're out there. MYR is Malaysian currency, clearly.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm a Hungarian foreign guy myself, but I will.
You almost said
Malaysian
you're hungry, which I am hungry.
I am.
But
it's time to go.
That would have also worked. But anyways, on my way to work now. Do you guys think the Lions could pick Downs if he falls to 17? Put Branch at the nickel. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past.
Yeah,
I would not put it past Brad Holmes to pick one of the best players in the entire draft there at number 15. If he lasts all the way.
Quite brave of you, Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
Actually stands up in the draft room. Hey, guys, don't get mad at me. We're going to take a top 3 player at 17th overall. And the
if he
like,
makes it to 17, yes.
I'll consider it.
He will be a Detroit Lion. Appreciate you guys watching the show. Appreciate everybody who gave some super chats. We'll see you guys next time.